So good day everyone. Welcome back again for another video. So today is June 26, 2024, around 5:08 p.m. Philippine time, no. So it's a nice Wednesday. And during Wednesday, we release our midweek market update video. So basically ang goal ng video na to is to update everyone with what's happening with the global markets, the Philippine market and crypto market as well. Tignan lang natin ano yung mga movements, no? So let's get started. Let's start with looking at the SPY. Basically, still in a range, no? Yung 10-day trading range. Still inside this 550, 547 up to 540 trading range. So looking good pa rin naman yung S&P 500 natin. Actually, still in an uptrend above the 10, above the 20-day moving average, which is this green line. So toggle lang natin indicators natin. And still above this rising wedge pattern na na-form multi-month, no? From the month of April up to month of June. So nag-breakout siya dyan. Ang ayaw lang natin mangyari for the SPY is to break below this trend line or yung resistance ng rising wedge natin. And if it closes below this support level, yung 536 level, doon tayo dapat medyo mabahala, no, for our S&P 500 ETF. So, ayun, that's the bear case. If it closes below 540, then medyo risk off talaga siya na signal since it's gonna be considered as a bull trap. But overall, as long as nag-hold yung candle range natin na to, we have our RSI still near the overbought level, still showing some signs of momentum or regaining momentum, lalong-lalo na this pre-market, we are moving higher. So, I think we are still good with our S&P 500. No? So, Mag 7 names, yung main components yan and other non-tech related na mega caps or big caps. So that's S&P 500, yung broader market index natin. So yung Qs naman natin is medyo tech heavy, no? Which is the Nasdaq 100 ETF. So also same movement lang din with the SPY, still on an uptrend, still inside this trading range. Although nagpakita siya ng weakness talaga, no? Nung Friday up to Monday. Actually, ayun, Friday to Monday, Thursday to Monday pala, I mean, dahil dun sa decline na na-experience ng Nvidia. So parang tinatrack niya lang talaga yung ginagawa ni Nvidia, no? Yung Qs natin. So basically, looking at the Qs right now, opening higher, 0.37% up this pre-market session. So ang gusto ko lang dito with the Qs is that nung close below the 10-day moving average, nag-reclaim ulit siya easily, no? So that's a good sign for our Qs. Still on an uptrend. And as long as nag-hold tong gap na yan, gap area na to, this gap support area, I think okay pa naman yung Qs. If mag-retest siya at this gap support level, most likely ang confluence na is this 20-day moving average. So the last time it tested the 20-day moving average was nung end of May. Then afterwards, it moved higher, creating this strong rally. So that's our Qs. So let's look at our equal weighted S&P 500 and our equal weighted Qs. So RSP, looking at RSP for our broader market perspective. Basically, a market breadth indicator to for me, or a market breadth name, a market breadth measure or benchmark. Since equal weighted S&P 500 siya, hindi siya market cap weighted unlike the S&P 500 na skewed yung galaw niya towards the mega caps. Ito, equal weighted lahat. So okay, just to explain lang, no, bakit natin siya tinitingnan. So overall, our RSP, yung equal weighted S&P 500 natin, is still ranging, creating this symmetrical triangle pattern. So as long as it's inside this trading range, wala tayong may experience na broader market rally or broader market decline. So basically, this can be a leading signal, no, for further market decline or market rally. So still in the range. So basically, if it breaks above this resistance trend line, that will tell us na we will be having that nice rotation toward non-mega cap names or non-big cap tech names. So that's RSP. So actually, still in the markup phase, early stage markup. So coming from this big accumulation base, after breaking above this resistance level, actually nag-ano pa lang siya, nagke-create ng first base structure. So we are still at the first base. If it breaks above, then that's good for the overall market. Di ba? So simply put, ganun lang yun. For the equal weighted cues, our QQQE, so still in the range, creating the same pattern, although not too, not not the exact same pattern. Parang nag-create siya ng inverse head and shoulder. You can treat this as an ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want to see. But ang pinaka general context in terms of price action and market cycle is that it's on a sideways consolidation structure. May mga signs of reaccumulation siya na may characteristic siya for reaccumulation. Kumbaga, meron kang defensive buyers, defensively buying, bidding at higher support levels, creating this higher lows, di ba? And creating this build-up structure near the resistance level. So, this tightening near resistance level is a good sign for me. Once it breaks above $89 or $90 mark, we can experience a broader market rally. Ayun nga, to repeat myself, hindi lang sa Mag 7 names tayo makaka-experience ng strong market rally. So that's the bull case. So bear case, if it breaks below this support trend line, then that's bad for the overall market, yung equal weighted cues natin. Okay. So we are 5 minutes, 6 minutes in. So let's look at our mid-cap. So mid-cap index, MDY, or mid-cap ETF natin. No? Spider mid-cap. So actually, also creating an inverse head and shoulder or an inverse head and shoulder reaccumulation pattern. So basically, ang pinapakita lang sa atin dyan is we have this left shoulder, we have this head, and then this right shoulder. And this right shoulder is pulling back or creating a channel pullback to the 100-day moving average. Parang yung ginawa niya dito sa pullback na yan. So, ang confirmation talaga natin dyan for mid-caps is a break above this resistance trend line ng channel na yan. So, that's our bullish confirmation. So, still in a range, still near or flirting near this moving averages. So, may tightening tayo na experience right now in mid-caps. So, dalawa lang yan eh. Move lower, break below MA100, we can experience further decline on mid-caps. If it breaks higher, then that's good for mid-cap names. No? So, yun yung nakikita natin right now. It's building up, it's tightening, hovering near the moving averages. Then, if it confirms, price confirms, then we will experience that explosive rally, in mid-caps. Either to the upside or downside. So, also, same structure with our equal weighted S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 ETF. So near or at early stage markup lang din siya. Coming from this big reaccumulation base na nangyari noong November 2021 up to Feb 2024. Right now, it's creating its first base. Parang showing some signs of consolidation, reaccumulation, setting up for another possible market rally. So that's mid-caps. Looking at small caps. So same structure, although ito yung pinakamahinang segment or market cap segment in all indices. So still below the all-time high level. Yung all-time high niya is at 235. Isarado na lang natin doon. So still 10-12% away from all-time high. And right now, still inside this trading range. And hindi siya makaalis talaga sa 210 level. Sa 210 level. So right now, what we are seeing with our immediate trading range or immediate structure, same movements, Same movement coming from MDY, creating this channel pullback near the MA100 line, itong red line natin. So also flirting near all key moving averages, So ang green flag lang na nakikita natin dito is that we have our MA100 still trending to the upside. At the same time, nag-hold yung $200 mark, yung 200 round number area. So if it closes below 200 level, for the next few days, kunwari, for the next 5 days, mag-hover below 200 siya, then that's a bad sign for small caps. Stay away from small caps basically. So that's our small caps. Looking at growth and value ratio sa S&P 500 natin. So growth outperforming value in a longer term perspective, but in the short term perspective, medyo value is outperforming growth right now. Although we experienced some counter rally yesterday or um, a recovery coming from our growth names, no? So looking at mid cap, so same thing. Overall growth outperforms value, although right now nag-equalize yung growth and value strength natin. So basically, ang confirmation natin to focus on growth names is a break above this resistance line or resistance area or dun sa ano natin sa wait lang sorry. Pero nag-ano sa akin. Okay, so mabalik tayo. So, yan, still inside the trading range. You can either look for setups on growth or value names, but leaning toward growth names tayo on mid caps. So, on small caps, same thing, also on an uptrend, but creating this trading range right now or this range right now. So, overall, focus on growth names if you want to trade small caps. So, to summarize lang yung index review natin kanina on the SPY with the mid caps and others. So, right now, my focus is on the large caps pa rin. So, I'm heavyweight on large caps, but I have allocations in mid caps. So, actually, right now, just to show my portfolio, I have 5 or 6 main names. I have BJ Wholesale, a consumer name, NU, more of a fintech name, KGC, more of a precious metal mining company, Chewy, more of consumer but pet store something something. But overall setups lang yung focus natin. VST is my electric utilities bet, and Oli another retail or consumer retail name. So, ito yun. Ito yung mga hawak ko right now. I am up $400 this pre-market session. So, let's see if it sustains to. So, ayan. Okay, let's look at macro. Just to update everyone, looking at US 10-year yields. So, still below this support trend line, still below the 100-day moving average. So this is a good sign for equities. So, as long as we have a declining US 10-year yield, it will serve as a tailwind for equities. So, medyo inequalize lang ng DXY yung tailwind effect ng ano natin, ng bond yields natin or declining bond yields. So, DXY or the dollar is re-strength or actually still on a strengthening mode. Inside this trading range, no? Tignan natin. Tignan natin yung 10-day structure niya. Yan. So, parang nagkikreate siya ng inside bar and then nagta-tighten siya near the resistance of this price bar, no? Or the high of this mother bar. So, this is a sign na may possibility it can continue higher. Maybe it will test the 106 level. But, ayun, just to tell everyone, the DXY, if umaangat yan, that serves as a headwind for equities. The US stock market, even the Philippine market, and crypto, all risk assets, it serves as a strong tailwind. Kakaiba lang yung ginagawa ng stock market natin, no, in the US, no, na kahit malakas yung dollar, nag-rally pa rin yung mga Mag 7 names natin and other non-big cap tech names. No? Like, kunwari, Chewy, it rallied 11% yesterday, although it's considered as a mid-cap transitioning to large cap. But, ayun, that's the main signal na nakikita natin macro. Although, looking at Bitcoin, it's on a decline. So, malaking effect talaga ng dollar right now in Bitcoin. Although I'm not sure on the recent news in Bitcoin, I think parang may fear uncertainty. May FUD event si Bitcoin yesterday. Kaya nga nag-decline, breaking below the 60K level. So, yeah, that's our main macro. Looking at copper, creating this channel pullback toward the 100-day, creating this big bull trap. So, akala ng lahat ay magkakaroon tayo ng further expansionary or economic expansion since umangat yung copper, but right now it's on a decline. So this tells us na may nakikita tayong economic slowdown, no? Since copper is an industrial metal or industrial material na can be a leading signal, no, for economic movement or economic activity. So US oil, our inflationary benchmark, so breaking above this resistance trend line, still above the 100 days, still above the 50-day. Ang gusto lang natin nakikita for US oil is that we have our 50-day crossing below the 100-day, and maybe tong counter rally na yan, medyo ano lang siya, nag-overshoot lang siya, then we can move lower, no, for US oil. But we don't know, maybe undercut and rally siya, or undercut, consolidate, and then rally. We don't know. But what we don't want for US oil to do is to move higher towards the $88 mark. So, syempre, if you have higher oil prices, that can serve as a leading magkakaroon siya ng malaking carryover toward inflation, 'di ba? Since yan yung most used commodity, 'di ba? Kahit ikaw magamit kang crudo, lahat ng negosyo gumagamit ng crudo in some manner, through transportation, through other costs, operations, etc., etc. So, if we have higher inflation, then that can affect the Fed's views or stance on interest rates. So, ang gusto kasi ng market right now is to have interest rate go down, 'di ba? Or parang for the Fed to cut interest rates na, no, since ang dami ng companies in pain, mostly mga small caps, mid caps na medyo debt reliant or reliant on loans and whatnot. Since higher rates, mas mataas yung expenses nila, interest expense nila, affecting their operational cost, affecting their overall earnings. So, yun, mabalik lang din tayo. Bottom line, US oil, ayaw nating umangat yan. What you want to see for US oil is to decline para maging good news siya for equities and all risk assets or majority of risk assets. So, gold still inside this trading range, looks like a head and shoulder pattern or a triangle, kung ano man gusto mong itawag dyan. But basically, may signs of distribution tayong nakikita, 'di ba? Since we have this bull trap and we are having our gold creating this neckline, and right now below the 50-day moving average na siya. So, sa akin, if it goes below 2.3K or 2.3K, below 2.3K, it's considered as a short, diba? It's considered as a short, but still on a strong uptrend yung gold natin. Ang pwede mong gawin dyan is to wait for a clearer the resistance trend line, a clearer resistance trend line breakout. So if you're bullish on gold, wait for a bullish candle close above the 50-day, a full candle close above the 50-day, then hanap ka ng long setup. Okay? Clear? Okay, so that's our take in gold. So ang ayaw din natin dyan makita is for gold to move higher. Syempre, gold is a leading signal for geopolitical events, no? Or geopolitical risks. So if umangat yan, most likely we are experiencing geopolitical events na medyo might signal risk of in equities and all over risk assets, no, like crypto, US stocks, even Philippine stocks. So what we want for gold to do is to move lower para din magkaroon or mag-gain ng confidence yung equities natin and other risk assets na maybe wala nang upcoming geopolitical events or risks or whatever. So that's our main take. That's our additional take in gold. So yeah, looking at bonds. So TLT, 20-year Treasury Bond ETF, breaking above this downtrend channel. Right now, Good thing na above 100-day moving average na rin siya, and our 50-day moving average is about to cross the 100-day moving average. So bonds are rallying, that's good for stocks as well. Ang ayaw lang natin sana mangyari is for us to transition to that recessionary narrative, di ba? So, syempre, pag magkaroon ng recession, money will flow into bonds, and maybe we might experience some capital flight in equities, and money might flow toward bonds. But right now, good sign na nag-rally yung bonds natin. So that's TLT, AGG, same thing. Rallying above and crossing above this are RTL. Sustains above the 10-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. So that's AGG, aggregate bond ETF natin. So let's look at sectors. So let's look at our market dashboard. So yesterday, ayun nga, no, hindi naman as predicted, but as discussed, XLC might reaccelerate and might take the place of the tech sector, no. So last week we saw weakness in the tech sector, and our communication sector is actually showing some signs of reaccumulation, taping a flag pattern. XLK nag-overextend ngayon below the 10-day moving average. Nagta-transition siya to a short-term pullback. XLC nag-breakout na dito sa channel pullback na yan. So nag-pullback siya toward the 20-day moving average, and right now breaking above that 20-day moving average. So the rally in XLC is dahil dito sa breakout ng Google. So nag-consolidate, breaking above this consolidation structure, box pattern, pennant, whatever. But basically a reaccumulation pattern, a short-term reaccumulation pattern. Right now we have Google reaccelerating or resuming its uptrend. So that's XLY and XLC. So going back to other tech, looking back at our sector or sector dashboard. So healthcare yung next in line, no? In that yung 50% per yung top 50% natin is ito, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, healthcare, tech, and communication sector. So right now, showing some weakness yung financials natin. Below the BTP RS and Trend Composite score na 70% level. So below 70% RS and Trend Composite score. So hindi mo para hanapan ng swing and momentum setups ng financials. But actually, may emerging setups tayo dito like JP Morgan, creating this flag, pullback, or I mean this channel pullback towards the 100-day, undercuts the 50-day and reclaims the 50-day. Right now, about to break above this channel. So may setups din naman, no? May setups din naman sa financials, but maybe magmamaterialize pa lang siya, and there's a possibility na money will rotate toward XLF. Then may isa ditong hihina, or XLF will generally just be stronger, or money will just rotate toward XLF. So mahina pa rin yung real estate sector natin. Energy sector for the past week gained 1.35%, and for the previous trading day, yung trading day kanina, nag-up naman siya ng around 0.23%. In utilities, industrials, materials, all over these sectors, we are experiencing further weakness though. So, ang mga sectors lang na above the 10-day moving average and 20-day moving average is healthcare, consumer staples, energy, and communications. Consumer discretionary, financials as well. So, XLK below the 10, so hindi mo para hanapan ng momentum setups, and for you to commit on momentum setups in the tech sector. So, kung gusto mo maghanap ng swing setups dito sa energy, financial, up to healthcare, and then comms. So, in market groups, so still leading yung semiconductors natin dahil na rin sa lakas ng trend configuration niya and trend strength. But overall, for me, showing some signs of weakness right now. So, for last week, it declined by around 3%, 4%. Umano lang siya, nag-recover lang siya kanina nung Tuesday's trading session. So blockchain for today's session also uh, counter rallied or resumed its strength. So 2.37% up siya for this trading day. So IPO, something interesting din, internet names, AI and robotics, I think interesting na market group din siya. So SOCMED and digital economy, also an interesting market group. So stay away from home builders, negative 2.8% siya. Even small caps, cash flow, even cash flow, positive cash flow, small cap names are also on a decline or weakening. China names also weakening. No? So on the bottom part of our market group sa mga China names natin. So that's our market groups. So let's move forward to our local index, the PSEI. So last week, no, lakas ng decline ng PSEI. So on Friday, it dropped by around 4% ata, 3%, tama ba? So 3% down, no, from the open up to the close. So big bearish engulfing candle in experience ng PSEI. So nag-break below siya sa 6.4K, 6.3K level and ayun, nag-counter rally for the past 3 days. So counter rallying maybe mag-serve as resistance yung 10-day moving average and high probability we can PSEI can or might move lower. Hanapin niya yung support niya at 6K, then dun lang tayo dapat maghanap ng potential setups, no, in the components of the PSEI. So kahit ICT parang humihina na rin. Yun nga, no, nung Friday it closed below 50-day but ayun, right now nag-recover naman siya, reclaimed the 50-day moving average. So out of all PSE names, ito lang interesting enough, interesting setup for me, ICT. Next is MWC. So nag-breakout na siya. So ito yung nagma-materialize na setup in the Philippine market right now. So Globe as well, one of the names I am looking at. But wait lang Globe Telecom. Yan. So nag-breakout na rin siya. So Globe, nag-breakout na rin siya. Maybe find the retest if wala ka pa nito. Wait for a retest at 2K level. So that's a round number area. So that's Globe. No? It's transitioning from this accumulation phase to this early stage markup. So next resistance is at 2.2K. So if you want to swing trade this, dun mo pwedeng ibenta siya, yung Globe. So another setup I'm looking at pero naano na siya nagkaroon siya ng big sell-off nung Monday ata or Monday or Friday. Monday. So ang ayoko dito sa kay DG Plus, so nagano siya nag-square root recovery pattern, nag-breakout. So may established resistance level na tayo dito, 'di ba? At 1370, 1375. So nag-breakout, nag-consolidate, nahanap niya yung support niya from the previous resistance. It tried to rally again, failed to break above 15 pesos. And then on Monday, closed below this resistance area. So this is considered as a double top pull trap for me. So in our price action setups, this a bull trap is a reversal signal. A bearish reversal signal. So madami kang tinrap na buyers dito and right now yung mga trap buyers na yun can serve as selling pressure, no, for this name. So ang ayaw nating makita for DigiPlus is to close below 13 pesos. But since the last respected key moving average na support level is the 50-day, so ano pa rin, open pa rin natin yung isipan natin na maybe if it recovers above 14.20, then pwede ka maghanap ulit ng long setup in plus. So for me, ang gusto ko is a break above this resistance trend line. So medyo high risk to enter in this name right now. So for me, stay on the sidelines. So that's DG Plus. That's the Philippine market. Tignan natin yung crypto markets natin. So let's go to our crypto watch list. So BTC still inside this trading range, no? Still on sideways structure for many months. So after the halving, nag-ano na siya, consolidate na siya. So usual movement siya every after halving. Usually nag-ano pa nga nagke-create ng a strong pullback. But right now, it's on its way for a 5 or 3 month consolidation structure na. No? So, nandito na tayo sa support level at 60K. So, as long as nag-hold yung 60K, I think okay pa naman yung Bitcoin. So, for me, Bitcoin, for me to buy at 60K, hindi muna. Medyo risky siya for me. Medyo pangit din yung reward risk. So, for me, ang gusto ko makita is a recovery above 50-day moving average muna, no? Basically, an undercut and rally na setup. Parang yung ginawa niya dito. For me, antay muna tayo na recovery above 50-day before we commit long setups in crypto, in the crypto market. So that's BTC, BNB, creating this bull trap pattern as well. So multiple days, multiple weeks na rin siya on a decline. So most likely, next support level is at the $500 mark. So ETH as well, still in a ranging structure. Nahanap niya yung support niya at 100-day but sinusundan niya lang yung 100-day moving average. So inflecting to the downside or inflecting downward, no? Yung ETH natin. Yung MA100 ng Ethereum. So flirting near 100-day moving average yung Ethereum natin. So what we really want to see for Ethereum to do is to break above this resistance trend line. So meron tayong channel, a daily channel structure. So a break above the resistance trend line is confirmation, no, for Ethereum. So Solana as well, parang nagki-create ng descending triangle, but ang main price action context and market cycle context ng Solana is may signs of distribution na siya for me. No? Meron ka ng lower highs. No? May lower highs ka na. Basically, yung mga sellers mo are willing to sell at lower resistance areas or lower areas of premium. So what we want to see for Solana is to break above this resistance trend line. Or better, plot an anchored VWAP on the nearest major swing high, which is at this area, no May 20 high. So a break above the anchored VWAP is a clear signal na baka mag-resume yung market, mag-resume yung bullishness in Solana. So that's our big four, no? That's our big four names. So overall, if I'm gonna trade the crypto markets, ang bias ko right now is to go short. Yun yung natin. Yun yung focus natin in the crypto markets. So pwede rin, no? Since nag-hold naman yung 60K, you can look for long setups, giving you that opportunity for a possible counter rally, no? Or a recovery above the 50-day. Since may possibility naman mag-recover siya for the above the 50-day moving average, you can look for long setups na, no, on other crypto names. Or pwede rin on Bitcoin, just go to the lower time frame. Right now, on the 30-minute time frame, creating the square root consolidation structure. So maybe a further consolidation for Bitcoin is yun yung gusto ko makita basically. Or pwede rin mangyari dyan is mag-create yan ng double bottom on the 30-minute time frame. A higher low double bottom is yung preferred setup ko for Bitcoin. So basically, pwede rin tignan mo a break above 62.1K is a possible setup. Just sell it on rally, on the counter rally toward the 66K. So that's Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Okay, so let's look at high impact news for this trading week. So looking at the economic calendar, no? So we will be having high impact news on Thursday. So today is Wednesday. Wala naman masyadong high impact news, although new home sales can affect home builder names and other real estate names. No? So basically,
Ayun, yun yung ano natin, no? High impact news natin. On Thursday, we will be having GDP growth rate, no? Final estimate. And on Friday, we will be having core PCE release and personal income. So expect some volatility, no? On Thursday and Friday. So, ang gusto natin makita for GDP growth rate, no, is a lower revision or lower estimate. 1.3% yung consensus. So, a lower GDP growth rate will indicate an economic slowdown, no? An economic slowdown. Huwag lang yung super babang final estimate, no, ng tipong 0.5%, 0.8%. Pinaka-optimal dyan is 1% to 1.2% for me. So yun yung expected natin. That's the bull case, no, for GDP growth rate. So bakit lower GDP growth is good for the markets? Since that is considered as a dovish news, no? Since a lower GDP growth rate indicates economic slowdown, that may produce or that may trigger the Fed to ease monetary policies. Pwedeng mangyari dyan is they will cut rates. Actually, na-signal naman na nila magka-cut na rates. But more of, ang gusto ng market is more rate cuts. No, more rate cuts para to increase liquidity and availability of credit, no, in the economy and the financial market. So on Friday, we'll be having core PCE. Ito yung preferred inflation benchmark ng Fed. So in core PCE, 0.1% yung consensus. Lower than expected consensus yung gusto natin mangyari. That's the bull case. But if we experience higher core PCE, that may shake the markets. Pwedeng mangyari dyan, we experience a short-term selling, or so maybe yun yung maging trigger for the SPY to close below the 10-day moving average and even the 20-day moving average. So, yun yung nakikita natin right now na high impact news. So far, in terms of earnings, we will be having Micron releasing their earnings today, June 26. So, I'm not sure if, post-market. I mean, after the bell, i-release yung earnings ni Micron. So, semiconductor name. So if maganda yung market reaction for MU's earnings, then maybe mag-resume rally in the semiconductor space. But ayun, this is actually a risk event in the semiconductor sector. So Levi's will also be releasing their earnings, although not too high impact news siya for me. Overall, Nike, yan yung pwedeng mag-create ng trigger in retail names or consumer retail or footwear market group, no? So on Thursday yung release niya, on Thursday after the bell as well. So that's our earnings calendar and risk events, no? So to sum it all up, basically the market is still on an uptrend. For me, we can still be go risk on, but with caution. Kumbaga mag-iingat ka if you are trading US stocks. Focus ka on the strongest market groups like the comm sector, like ano yun yung kanina, tingnan natin ulit, sorry. Communication sector, yung mga above the 10 and 20 day moving average, no. Communication sector, healthcare, consumer staples, consumer discretionary and financials, as well as energy, no. So kung titingnan natin yung portfolio ko, pasok na pasok dun sa mga top market groups. So BJ, consumer discretionary, NU, under more of financial fintech name. KGC, precious metals, ito lang yung naiiba. More of for me to diversify my holdings. In the case na magkaroon or mag-resume yung reinflation, geopolitical pala, since precious metal name yung KGC. More of geopolitical hedge in my portfolio yung KGC. So VST is a utilities name. So basically, it is a reinflation play, and Oli is another consumer name na hawak ko. So all are thematic and catalyst driven swing and momentum plays. No, so theme is sector based. Naghanap ako ng mga strong market groups and I look for setups on those market groups. So ayun, for PSE, generally, risk off muna. May mga setups naman na nagmamaterialize right now like MWC, Globe, ICT. Yan lang yung top 3 names na nakikita ko right now eh. No? Yung tatlong names na yan. In crypto, focus on looking for long setups na reversal no in the lower time frame. So if you're a long only trader, yun yung hanapin mo. If you're a short trader or you're a long short side trader, leaning toward ka on short term short scalps, short side scalps. So ako, ang ginagawa ko is I scalp in the crypto market. But right now, hindi ako super active, no? Hindi ako super active. But if I'm gonna trade the crypto market right now, if I'm gonna scalp on the short side. Okay, so that ends my midweek market update. So I hope na may natutunan kayo and everything. And so I hope na update ko kayo, no? So yun lang naman yung goal natin in this video, is to update everyone with what's happening with the market, upcoming risk events as well, to prepare ahead for those risk events, to build up those scenarios or to plan scenarios, yung bull case, bear case on those risk events. And ayun, if may questions kayo, you can PM me personally in my official Facebook page. You can look at the description box below for my official Facebook page, or you can email me at beryo@beryotrades.com. So that's my official email, or pwede comment nyo na lang yung questions no in this video, no. So I hope na may natutunan kayo, no. Again, good luck on your upcoming trades, no. So as always, manage risk. Always look for the broader market. Look at the broader market. Always look at the market environment. Hindi lang dapat ikaw nakafocus on setups alone. So if you like this video, please like this video. If hindi ka pa subscriber in our YouTube channel, please subscribe in our YouTube channel. It will be greatly appreciated. If you want to learn more from me, you can go to beryotrades.com. You can go to our free resources there, and may mga in-offer din tayo mga services doon sa website natin. So that ends my video. So see you again on the next video. God bless. Goodbye for now. Ciao.